everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are once again talking a little bit about skincare. As you see in the title, we're going to be going through exfoliation, exfoliating, and all of the things about removing dead skin from the surface of your skin. I'm going to be focusing on stuff that's gentle enough to use daily, stuff that you should be using once a week or even once a month. We're going to talk physical, chemical, basically everything that you might be skipping in your routine about exfoliation. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I upload 3-ish times a week, and that's going to be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to learn a little bit about exfoliation, some of the key ingredients, and really everything that you're probably skipping in your routine, stay tuned. Alright, so before I jump into products, because I did lay out the 6 that I tend to like the most, 3 daily and 3 weekly or monthly. I'm going to go into exfoliation in general. So exfoliation is just the act of taking dead skin off of your surface of your skin. Exfoliation is probably the single most wrongly done skincare. That's not English, but you get what I'm saying. It is the most often incorrectly done form in skincare. I remember when I used to work at Sephora, like people would come in all the time and they're looking for a scrub. They wouldn't say an exfoliator, they wouldn't say a toner, I want a scrub. And I would have to talk to them about physical versus chemical and really assess what was right for their skin. So the first thing to keep in mind is that not all exfoliators are created equally, and they are not all great for all skin types. So I am going to talk about some that are more for everybody in this video. I don't really think that super dry skin should be using really harsh exfoliators as often. But it really comes down to what your skin is comfortable in. So exfoliation, again, removing dead skin from the surface of your skin. So what that's going to do is once the dead skin is on our faces, sometimes it'll get flaky, sometimes it'll be built up. A good exfoliator is just going to remove that, which is when you think about a grape. You get home from the grocery store and there's that dustiness all over a grape, which is bloom. It's a form of yeast. But the second you polish that up, the grape looks shiny. Think of your skin in the same way. Those particles on the surface of your skin make your skin look dull and dry. And when you take a good exfoliator to the skin, it's going to polish it right up and have a little bit more of that glow coming across. Even if you're more oily, you still want to exfoliate. So jumping into products, the first 3 I'm going to talk about are for everyday use. I do say that with a grain of salt. If you don't generally exfoliate, make sure that you build your way up to it. Don't start every single day. Once a week, then add in an every other day, then add in an every third day, and eventually you will get to the point where you can do this every day. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I have mentioned before, it is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Daily Strength Peel Pads. So this comes in 3 different varieties. The blue one are ultra gentle, the orange ones are normal, and I have the red ones, which are a little bit more aggressive. So the more aggressive ones, it's 2 different pads. You take the first pad, you massage it over the skin for 2 minutes. It is the active ingredient that's going to melt away the dead skin. And then the second tab is going to be the anti-aging neutralizer. It is going to then, after 2 minutes, take the second one and massage that over the skin. What that one's going to do is it's going to deactivate the chemical in the first one that is causing the exfoliation so that you're not going to burn your skin. And it's also going to have some anti-aging skincare benefits built into it so that you can really soothe the skin after you've done something a little harsh. I love how well these travel, especially because of that built-in serum in the second one. So if you are looking to travel with an exfoliator, this is my favorite pick because the rest of them are all bottles and liquids and they don't hold up quite as well. Now this does say you can use AM or PM. I think that I typically prefer to do my exfoliation in the evening, but this is a great way to prep the skin before you put makeup on, because if you do have dry patches, it's going to help to eliminate some of that so the makeup doesn't grab to anything. And if you're a little bit more on the oily side, that serum is going to be super lightweight hydration to help control some of that oil. So now that we've spoken about a pad, I'm going to talk about a powder. So this is from Dermalogica. It is the Daily Micro Exfoliant. It is an enzyme rice powder. So the way this works is you're going to take a little bit of, it is literally a powder. Take a little bit of powder in the palm of your hand. You add 2 to 3 drops of water. I'm going to grab a setting spray because I don't have water in here. And once you add that little bit of water and you mix the 2 together, what that's going to do is it's going to emulsify. And you're going to get a liquidy foam. I'm going to add a little bit more. And what that's going to do is that's going to kind of give you that feeling as if it's a physical exfoliant, because the powder, you do feel a little bit of grit on the surface of the skin, but the enzymes are dissolving away dead skin. I'm going to read something off the back because I think this says it best. The rice-based powder activates upon water, releases papain, salicylic acid, and rice enzymes to polish the skin to perfection. A skin brightening complex of phytic acid and rice bran white tea help to balance uneven skin tone, while super soothing colloidal oatmeal help to calm the skin, gentle enough for daily use. Now, I do want to recommend, if you are looking to use something daily, think about it logically. So if I'm going to use this every day, I'm not going to put it dry on the skin because that's going to be very sandpapery. I'm going to make sure to do it wet. I actually like to do my exfoliation in the shower just because that's where I cleanse my skin as well. So with those enzymes, this is just like with the Dr. Dennis Gross one. It is helping to balance the skin and remove that dead skin from the surface. But Brandon loves exfoliators. And the reason that he loves this one specifically is he has always been a fan of the like walnut scrub, super sugary scrubs where you can feel it doing its work. This is actually a chemical exfoliant, not a physical exfoliant. However, because of that powder, as you're massaging it into the skin, you do get a little bit of that granule, grainy feeling while the water is emulsifying. So if you're somebody who likes that feeling of scrubbing the skin, this is going to be a really gentle way to get that same effect without using a harsh physical exfoliant. The third exfoliator we're going to talk about is a true liquid, and it is the Murad Resurgence Replenishing Multi-Acid Peel. Now, the reason I love this one, you can see the two, I don't know if you can see, but it's a biphase bottle. You have a watery liquid down here, and you have an oil up top. So once you shake it up, it kind of foams and mixes together. Take a little bit of this on a cotton round. I use reusable ones that I get off Amazon. I'll link them down below. And you just massage this over the surface of your skin. This one does say to shake well and to use evenings. Do not rinse. Follow with sunscreen if you're using it during the day. Slight tingling is normal. Reduce frequency if sensitivity occurs. The oil in there is going to be a refined safflower oil that's going to help to calm and soothe the skin. So this is a replenishing multi-acid peel. So it is an exfoliator. I like to use this more as like a toner in the evening time because that oil really helps to soothe after you have stripped away the skin from an exfoliant. The acids in there are pretty strong, but you will be glowing. A friend of mine started using this and people genuinely asked if she was pregnant because her skin was so glowy. It's amusing because she has a 30-year-old son. So kind of a little late in life, no judgment, but her skin looked so beautiful that this was the only new product she had added in. This is something that you can easily use if you find that your skin is dull, dehydrated, dry, and you want to add that boost of exfoliation to get rid of the dead skin without stripping the skin. I will say that the Dermalogica is gentle enough to use for dry skin, and if you go with the blue pads, you'll be able to get a similar effect. I just prefer the Murad one simply because it is so satisfying, because when you use it, you will literally see the dead skin on the cotton round. That is how potent it is. Now, all three of these, again, are gentle enough to use every single day. Just remember, on the morning, well, you should be wearing SPF every single day during the day. If you exfoliate or if you use a retinol, it becomes 10 times more important to use your sunscreen the following day. So I am going to like blanket statement, always wear sunscreen, but if you're using an exfoliator or you're using a retinol, if you don't follow up the next morning with any form of sunscreen, you're actually doing worse to your skin than if you didn't use the retinol at all or the exfoliator. Now, the next three products I'm going to talk about are going to be the three exfoliators that are going to vary in usability. So I do exfoliate, I'm not going to say every night, I probably exfoliate 3 to 4 nights a week. I don't personally love over exfoliating my skin. Whenever I tend to go with these ones, they're more for like I haven't really done much makeup on my skin feels okay. The other three that I'm going to talk about now are when I need a little bit more oomph, and I use them for different reasons. So if I find my skin is looking a little bit dull in complexion and I just want to give myself a little bit of a deeper exfoliation, I go with the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. This is one of the most well-known and well-used exfoliators on the market. I feel like if you know exfoliation and it's something you like to do and you're a fan of, you have at one point or another tried the Exfoliate. This is a gel, so it comes out in, it almost looks like matcha, but it is a gel. It has a little bit of a grit to it that you can feel. So it's almost, again, a hybrid between a physical and a chemical exfoliator. As you wipe it in and you massage it, it does foam up a little bit. And this one says to use AM or PM once or twice a week. Thin, even layer to skin, wet the face, massage in a circular motion. You can then leave it on for up to 2 minutes in this foamy state as if it was a mask. So the physical kind of scrubs away a little bit. You leave it on as a deep cleansing mask, and then 2 minutes later you rinse it off. Super pleasing smell, super great results. The reason that this is in this half is, again, this is not something you want to do every single day. Maximum once a week. This next product I use more when I feel like my skin is rebelling. So tonight, I'm using this one because I have a lot of breakouts currently coming because, again, I'm not going outside, I'm stuck inside. This is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. I've been talking about this on my channel for over 2 years now. My old esthetician friend Olivia got me hooked on this. Well, she's not old and she's not an old friend, but my esthetician friend Olivia got me hooked on this. It is a 10% acid complex using pH rebalancing, salicylic and lactic acids. Those are going to be your BHAs, AHAs, those alpha hydroxy acids that are going to help to break down the skin. This stuff smells like pure vinegar. It is very acidic and it is very strong. This is not for the faint of heart. The first time I used it, my skin turned bright red to the point where I Googled, like, did I give myself a chemical burn? It is normal when you're using this for your skin to become photosensitive and to be quite red. You use this at night once every other week or when you really feel like you need it. And by morning, your skin is no longer red, but it does feel and look a lot better. It is meant to exfoliate, balance the skin, and this actually works as a toner to refine the size of your pores. All exfoliators will lightly help to exfoliate out and clear out the size of your pores, but this one specifically I find really knocks them up. This is something, if I have an event on a Friday, I will use this on Wednesday because the next morning my pores are super tight for a few days. I don't have any risk of redness for event day, but it really helps to pre-prep the skin when you are getting ready for an event. And the last, I have done a full dedicated review on my channel. It is the Dr. Dennis Gross Clinical Resurfacing 2-Step Peel. So it is the exact same concept as the peel pads. You're going to use step 1 on a cotton round, massage it on the face, leave it for 2 minutes. Do the same thing with step 2. It will neutralize the first one, and it's beautiful. However, it is like so much more concentrated and so much stronger. Remember how I said that the pads come in blue, orange, and red for light, medium, and intense? I find this is the effect of like 10 of these. This is not something you can use, this one, not something you can use every day. This is so much more gentle. This is not going to give you a chemical burn if you use it properly, but if you are not used to doing peels and you have not ever done an exfoliator, do not start with this. If you use an exfoliator often and a couple of these you've tried and you find that you are really used to doing any form of exfoliation, then you might be ready to go for this. This is basically a home chemical peel. If you are regularly going for chemical peels and you are stuck at home and you are no longer able to because of the quarantine, this is going to be a great way for you to get that same peel experience you would from your esthetician at home. Again, not for the faint of heart. Read the directions. If you don't, you will absolutely hurt yourself. So I'm going to read this just so I can say that I did. Step 1. Apply step 1 to a cotton ball. Make sure to turn for 1, 2. Massage onto clean, dry skin. Wait 2 minutes and repeat the process with step 2. Do not rinse. Again, super potent, super strong. It does come with both bottles and cotton rounds or cotton balls. So you can really like get the kit, do what you got to do. But I want to make sure that you guys have heard me. You will give yourself a chemical burn if you use this wrong. I don't want to like scare you out of using it if you are interested, but I do want to make sure you understand that this is not for the faint of heart. All right, so there we have it. If that was helpful or informative, make sure to leave this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below, what exfoliators have you tried? Have you tried any of these? I like getting your feedback because I'm always in the market to try new things, especially when I start to run out. And as of right now, I'm actually pretty fully stocked, but I would love to get your feedback on what some of your favorite exfoliators are. I am going to give you guys like my top 2 if you have super dry, flaky skin and you don't want something this intense. I'm going to tell you to use the Saturday Skin Rub-A-Dub Face Peel. That is amazing for dry skin. Or you can go in with the Tatcha Powder Exfoliator. I like the Dermalogica a little bit more, but those two are both quite soothing. I've mentioned this before. I can't really use too much Tatcha skincare because it does cause me some redness. I don't know, there's an ingredient in there that doesn't agree with my skin. But if you are drier and you're looking for options, I will link them down below as well. Thank you guys again, and I will see you next time. Bye.